Hey, we got a very cool, now a little bit older vintage bike than we usually have, and this is a CZ, and we got Doug Brown here who's going to tell us about this thing. This thing kind of was at the forefront of motocross. Before there was motocross, this was it, and this is one of the things that kind of started that. Tell us a little bit about what year this thing is and what bike, what they called it and everything.
Yeah, sure. This is a 1966 CZ360 Twin Port. They actually came out with a 250 and a 360. You know, in the late 50s, early 60s, all the bikes were Grees, BSAs, Nortons, Triumphs, big heavy four-strokes. In 61, CZ came out with this bike, and Joe Robert, Roger DeCoster rode them to world championships, primarily because they're about 30 pounds lighter than a four-stroke and maybe 5 more horsepower. So I have 2 of these 360s. One's a show bike. This is my race bike. I had it for 4 years. Last summer I took it apart, foxed it all up and everything. It's kind of brand new for this year. I raced it last month up at Washington State. I'm here this weekend at Glen Helen and showing off the bike. Get a good look at it now. It'll be a blur on the track.
Now I could imagine if you have a show one of these, that it's got to look amazing because it doesn't ever see the dirt.
Actually, not really. What that other bike is, it's a 67 360. It's the same bike. It's just an original bike. It's never been restored.
Okay.
So it's got all the original nuts and bolts, even the decals on the shocks, the solid foot pegs. It's an original CZ. It hasn't been started in 19 years.
Wow.
It's got compression. It goes through the gears. I'm never going to start it. I bought it for an investment. It's going to go up every year.
And that's cool that you get to keep riding this thing. Now, most of the vintage bikes that we deal with out here, they say the 70s through 1980, 81, most of those bikes don't have a huge value. Now, this bike, first of all, how much time and money do you have in this build on this bike?
Most CZs in pretty good shape are in the $6,000 to $8,000 range. I have 2 side pipes. They're about $8,000. I bought this bike for $11,000, and I've put a lot of money, and I probably have close to $18,000 in this bike. But you know, life is to live and enjoy and have a good time, and I enjoy doing this. I've broken several bones racing motocross, but I'm going to live my life and enjoy it. You know, I can afford it. I've been an electrician. I'm semi-retired, and this is what I do. I took this bike in Unadilla in 2017. I travel across the country. I've been to Diamond Dons, all over the place.
That's the way it should be. So that is an awesome look at this CZ, and hey, thanks a ton. Hopefully we'll see you at the races again soon.
Okay, thank you.